Hello, and welcome to Ask Brian, episode 10. And if you didn't know already, tomorrow is a live broadcast at 11 a.m. right here on this channel. Don't miss it, or I'll find you. Link in the description below. And now that I got that weird intro out of the way, let's start Ask Brian episode 10. First question comes from one of my longtime subscribers, Justin Danger, and he says, what are your thoughts on how your channel is growing in popularity? Now, as a lot of you longtime subscribers know, I've been making videos for over 2 years. I've been putting a lot of work in it, and if you've seen my videos, you know I put a decent amount of production into them.
Oh man, dude. Get the hell out the house and work on your tan, cause when you go in shirtless, you'll be blinding me, man.
Go! 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 And it's good to finally see some feedback and start to see the channel grow because of that. Now it's cool because a lot of fitness channels it's like a 90% demographic of male viewers, but I actually have a pretty decent split between female and male viewers simply because my Accutane videos are attracting a whole different demographic than if I was just doing fitness. So I have something like a 60-40 split of males to females, and it's really cool to see, you know, people from all avenues of life watching my videos. Even people who don't lift, who aren't into fitness, they're still watching, still commenting, and still giving me support on my bodybuilding journey even if they're not into it, and it's awesome. As I've always stated and I've always said, I really want to stay personal no matter how big my channel gets, so I still try to reply to all the comments that I can. I still try to answer all the inboxes that I can, and I still try to develop a one-on-one relationship with every single fan that I can. The next question comes from Mr. Lonias Raza, and he says, do you ever have cheat meals, and if you do, what's your favorite cheat? Yes, of course, I still have cheat meals just like any other person. I probably have a cheat meal once every other week or once every week when I get to the top of my bulk, when I'm really not worried about adding fat. But in the beginning of my bulks, I generally don't have cheat meals at all. And when I'm cutting, I just don't do cheat meals, because I feel like when I'm cutting and I have a cheat meal, it just ruins my mental stability as far as what I think I've done and what I think the cheat meal has inhibited me from doing as far as fat loss. But when I do cheat, I am a sucker for Mexican food. I love carne asada fries, and other than Mexican food, which is my favorite cheat meal, my second favorite cheat meal, here it comes, Panda Express. Orange chicken, chow mein. That's all I need in my life. If I was stuck on an island and I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, double orange chicken, chow mein, baby. Now this next question comes from cool dudester, and he says when he does preacher curls, he feels a strain in his upper back and his shoulder, and he wonders why that is. Now when you do preacher curls, your armpit is supposed to be right on the pad underneath so that your arm is completely against the pad. Now a lot of people don't lower the seat enough, and so that their elbows or somewhere mid tricep is where their arm is on the pad. Now this causes your shoulder to move up and down with the rep. And when you're doing that, you're forcing your upper back muscles, your rhomboids, your traps, to contract, to pull your shoulder back every time you're doing the curl, and this causes your back to get a little bit of a workout and a pump. Make sure that you're either lowering or raising the chair enough so that your arm can be flush against the pad. Now the next question comes from Fale83, and he says his lower chest is developing, but his upper chest is not developing. He wants to know what tips I can give him other than the typical doing incline bench. Now I plan to make an entire video with chest tips, just like I did with lat tips, to really isolate your chest, really get a solid pump, and really get the best chest workout that you can get. But I'll give you this one tip right now. This is something that everyone always has trouble with, getting their upper chest. When you're doing any sort of motion, whether you're doing a bench, whether you're doing a fly, whether you're doing cable flies or a dip, when you're doing it, think about pushing your elbows not only in towards each other, but up towards your collarbone and past. So when you're benching, think about pushing in, but also up. And as you're doing it, twist a little bit, twist your hand out, and twist your elbow up and in. This is gonna force your upper chest to get a good contraction. And I hope when you do this, you'll feel what I'm saying, you'll understand what I'm saying. Because as you do it, you'll see what you need to change and manipulate to make that happen for you. But as you go, you'll realize, oh, okay, now I'm getting an upper chest contraction instead of just a lower and a mid-pec contraction. And this, hopefully, will develop your upper pecs, because it's developed my upper pecs a lot doing just that one tip. Is Rock that says, does sleep really affect how well your training goes? Some days I get 8 hours, some days I get 10 hours of sleep. Does that change anything? Absolutely. Sleep is a huge factor when it comes to effectiveness of training sessions. Now, the amount of sleep is different for every single person. I've heard of people that need 6 hours and that is their perfect cutoff. If they go any farther, they feel lethargic throughout the day. And then people like me need exactly 8 hours. If I go longer than 8 hours, I'm not good. And then there are people like you who can sleep for 10 hours. Whatever your number is that you feel the best, the most energetic, the most well-rested when you wake up, that's what you should shoot for. So if you have to go to bed a little earlier to be able to get that 7 hours or that 8 hours or that 9 hours, then do that, because sleep will blow your workouts up. It'll make you grow so much better if you can give yourself an extra 15% in your workout. You can push 15% harder, push 15% longer. That is all extremely important, and sleep is one of the highest rated factors that you can change to increase your growth. Alright, that's it. That's Ask Brian episode 10. Thank you as always to everyone who's sending questions. As you guys know, this is my favorite series to do, and I'm not just saying that. It seriously is my favorite series to do. I love to answer these questions. It's really just the most fun thing that I could possibly do on YouTube. So please, leave your questions below. It doesn't matter if they're related to fitness, it doesn't matter if they're personal, it doesn't matter if they offend me. Who cares? Leave them below and I'll answer 5 to 8 in the next episode. Now hopefully I can make the next episode a little sooner, because I think it's been like 2 weeks since my last Ask Brian episode. Alright everyone, thank you for checking out the video. Please hit the like button, please leave a comment below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and please cop a tank if you think it's cool, because that helps support the channel. All the money goes right back into the channel, buying more equipment, making this even a better channel than what it already is. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Lift heavier, die MIRIN. Team Beyond the Week.